Truth by Rick Delmonico. The core is harmonic regularity, the outer darkness is random noise, we are in the space between them. Every engine takes advantage of a difference. These two extremes are woven into each other. The eternal now is the processing of meaning. I am going to attempt to answer a very big question. What is truth? This will generate a fractal, a nested hierarchy of explanation. The reason is because of levels of description. Most of what we observe is a nested hierarchy of behaviors, the deeper the hierarchy, the more nuanced. Truth is not the infinite fractal, it is the source. The fractal is generated by the potential between truth and randomness. If the universe were made of pure light, that would be a good metaphor for truth. Light pierces the darkness and is consumed. Truth pierces the chaos and is consumed. Everything is fields, the energy comes from the difference between the highest possible symmetry, truth, and self-referential noise, chaos. Matter is a condensation of energy or a combination of truth and randomness, the gray region. The structure of matter is determined by the field. The field is a particular geometry of motion or the processing of meaning. Truth has at least three components: simplicity, application, and meaning. Truth, beauty, and love move together in a harmonious dance. Truth is the first dimension, from this love begins as a process and beauty exists as a result. If the universe is made of information, then we are moving from a state of profound truth to a state of meaningless gibberish. Truth is slowly revealed through metaphor, it cannot be otherwise. Meaning is a nested hierarchy of metaphor. Any attempt to explain the idea of truth will result in an explanation that requires an explanation. This continues to infinity as a logical monster. It is not by a long discourse of carefully chosen words that we arrive at truth, we will only arrive at a nebulous understanding of some approximation of truth. The idea of truth is still, to this day, a controversial topic. Truth cannot be separated from meaning. Meaning is context dependent, and so the relationships become important. The dynamics include consistency vs inconsistency, universal agreement vs disagreement, objective vs subjective, etc. It is this dynamic quality that causes variation in the meaning. No matter what we say about any sensory input or idea we attempt to convey, the information will lose some of its truth value during transmission. Any attempt to remove the dynamics or context will also alter the meaning. A left-brained, dogmatic, pragmatist will always try to treat truth in black and white terms. This is the idea of determinism, that everything is absolute, but what we find is that nothing is absolute, everything has variation that is scale dependent, and it is the resolution that determines how much variation we are able to detect. The immovable object, dogmatic belief. The irresistible force, an idea whose time has come. When the dust settles, you will have a dogmatist that is an expert at navigating a world that no longer exists. Truth and application, in the material world, this is known as facts. In the emotional realm, this is known as heart. In the world of information, this is known as source. In the spiritual realm, this is known as God. Truth as the source of all things, branches out into the darkness of uncertainty in a fractal pattern. It carries with it profound meaning that is expressed in every nuance generated in the fractal computation. As this process is continued, more and more meaning is lost, until the variation reaches its maximum. At the extreme end of this process is pure randomness, darkness, or the abyss. Truth is precise associations without fluctuation, but everything is fluctuating, and so, we only see truth values. The degree of precision is important in that it gives us the applicability of any truth value. Everything that comes into your five senses is an approximation of reality, and its applicability is a measure of its truth value. Applicability is a material expression of process. Truth transcends time, time is the division of process. Truth is not inside of process, process is inside of truth. Expression and experience are two sides of the same coin. The purpose of the universe may be to harvest the meaningful information that lies in the region between simple truth and chaotic meaningless gibberish. The closest to the truth we will ever get is contained in this one, simple, idea. Reality is asymmetrical on purpose. Truth is by nature, static, a frozen crystal, it is unity, a secure foundation. Truth and randomness are opposites. Truth is a secure foundation and randomness is formlessness, or a complete lack of information. All of the high strangeness in science is coming from uncertainty. Science is in the business of explaining things, and this uncertainty is getting in the way. Matter has a material quality that emerges out of the information field. Information has a spiritual quality with variation emerging from the singularity. This variation is the echoes of creation, and there is no way back to the place where it came from. Truth is the central core of reality, and while men consider themselves capable of discerning truth, it becomes apparent that we are only given a glimpse to some degree of resolution beyond which subjective reasoning always intrudes. Truth is the highest energy state of the system, truth is more like a noun, and deception is more like a verb. It is not that I believe that truth is relative, it is certain that truth exists, however, our only connection to it is in the echoes of creation. Truth has a purity and a symmetry, like a perfect diamond. There is no reality without variation, so truth is branching out of the center as fluctuations of probabilities into the outer darkness of chaos. If reality contains both infinity and unity, it is either a multifaceted jewel, or the singularity dancing. Light does not experience time, only the system experiences time. Truth has the most potential and uncertainty has the most variation. When we are talking about information, imagination has a form of energetic potential that contains fluctuations of truthfulness. Simple contains more potential than complex, if we are talking about meaningful information. Simple is closer to truth. There is nothing quite so beautiful as a simple, eloquent expression. If you are searching for truth, it is your responsibility to be diligent in weighing the facts. We do not have the luxury of accepting statements that are unfounded. No one will encounter as many obstacles as the person who is searching for truth. There is the real truth, and then there are the 10,000 manufactured versions, engineered to dilute the possibility of discovery. A web of interconnected subjective experience gives us a glimmer of truth to a degree of resolution. The consensus agreement of an informed group is always fluctuating around the region where the answer lies. The terrible truth, reality has been constructed in such a way that we cannot deduce the kernel of the code from the behavior of the program. The beautiful lie, you have been initiated into a particular level of knowledge, this hidden knowledge is almost complete. Soon, you will know all the secrets of the universe, soon you will be like God. Knowledge is the key to eternal life. You should have already noticed that this is a system of control. If you believe this, you are being played. It is not possible that we are the authors of creation. We exist in the echoes of creation from which the prime mover appears to have hidden, not only the method but also the evidence. The universe is so vast. The same goes for time, and yet here we are. This is truly a miracle. The echoes of creation are branching out in a fractal pattern. Truth is the source and chaos is the destination. We don't live in the past, we don't live in the future either. All the really important stuff, as far as we are concerned, is happening in the middle. Now is a particular position in the fractal geometry. The ever-present now. How strange that we are stuck right in the middle. Truth as a static structure vs a dynamic system. To simplify, think of a stack of copy paper with one word on each page. Inside of time, we see each page one at a time, outside of time, all of the words, on all of the pages combine to make a single word. This single word is truth, it is the entire story, told in an instant of time. The fractal version of this story has another feature. As each page is presented to us, our intent creates a slightly new meaning that branches out, changing the story, an effect that turns the stack into a tree-like structure. Special note, the law is static, but grace, mercy, and redemption are dynamic. I am is static, God, timelessness, law. Time is the first division of symmetry, one-dimensional, a fractal curve. Light is the next division, two-dimensional, a hologram. Dynamics is a fluctuation of symmetry. Understanding is a fluctuation of truth. I will is dynamic, Satan, chaos, deception. Law and mercy, truth and deception, unity and chaos. These are directions in the dynamics of qualia. Law, truth, and unity have a static quality. Mercy, deception, and chaos have a dynamic quality. Truth is branching out into the nothingness as possibilities. This is a fractal structure, like a tree or some kind of a maze. We do not see the structure clearly, we are in it. What we see are fluctuations in the truthfulness, the echoes of creation. Maybe we always were or maybe we never were. If we are echoes, a part of us always was and a part of us was imagined. That is what these echoes are, patterns in the imaginarium. We are, in this moment, a particular arrangement of information. In the next moment, we are something different, a collection of our choices. To find truth, you must delve into the hidden language of the soul. When we look at the world, what we see are the material expressions or shadows of the spiritual world. The shadow is not the thing, it has less dimensions, it has less light, it is constrained by the surface it is confined to. The shadow has no wings, but the imagination of the bearer does have wings of a sort. Truth resides in the spiritual world and to a lesser extent in the realm of the emotions. Are your feelings true, are they honest? This is a very interesting question, as it turns out, there is variation in the truth. Truth fluctuates everywhere we find it. The intellect is a tool for mastering the emotions, which we use to master the spiritual. What we are doing is learning to love. The whole world for the most part is upside down, backward or moving in the wrong direction, and so, loving becomes that much more difficult. The fiduciary responsibility of inquiry vs the optimistic tendency to believe we know more than we really do. Humans are on average 70% optimistic. This will always create the illusion that we have all the facts. Nothing could be further from the truth. Facts are an elusive ideal, just like squaring the circle. What is a secret? What is the esoteric knowledge of the mystics? Is it truth? The one thing I can guarantee is that it is not truth. Truth fluctuates everywhere we find it. So we must look beyond the information to the agenda. There is always an agenda. The agenda is tied to a belief system. Belief systems are filters. The purity of truth never survives these filters. Truth is the core of reality. As information, it has the most potential and the most symmetry. Self-organization occurs at the boundaries of chaotic systems. The outer boundary has the most variation or degrees of freedom, and the least significance, in terms of meaning. Truth is the perfect symmetry of meaning, randomness is a formlessness or lack of information, between these two is what I will call the gray region. This region has a dynamic that is driven by the difference. At one extreme is unity of purpose, love, or maybe something like harmony, at the other extreme is disorder, chaos, or randomness. Like electricity, you have negative electrons and positive ions. With information, you have love and deception. Love brings us closer to unity of purpose and deception brings us closer to chaos. If an axiom is both true and false, then it is at the extreme end of the continuum between truth and randomness. In other words, the coin is not heads or tails because it is always spinning, or the time scale is so large that we will never see the result of the coin toss. The small child sees the world through an unfiltered lens but does not understand it. The adult sees the world through the many filters he has collected or have been forced upon him, and whatever meaning remains he convinces himself, it is truth. The block universe and time. Determinism vs emergence. Meaning and variation. Holograms and fractals. Resolution and scale. Relationships and context. The pilgrim and the journey. Truth and chaos. Darkness and light. These are the currency of understanding. If we think of coin tosses, with truth, the coin is either heads or tails as a frozen expression of meaning, and with randomness the coin is always both, it never stops spinning, and contains no meaning. The dynamic tension between the two is where time comes from. Either spin is imparted to truth or the perfect randomness of the perpetual spin symmetry is broken. At each extreme is a different form of symmetry, one is a symmetry in the relationship of meaning and the other is a symmetry of potential. If meaning is always fluctuating, then we do not ever really see truth, what we see are truth values. In the example of the coin tosses, we have a resolution that gives us a value something like, yes, that is definitely heads. But if the time scales are very small, we can't see the result of the toss long enough for it to register, and if the scales are very large, we would not live long enough to see the result of the toss. We appear to be right in the middle of these scales. Information is energy, time is constructed through the process of novelty. Potential is created by the difference between two or more things. This is a relationship of dynamic tension, just like music. Meaning and understanding are qualities of the process of moving from profound truth to meaningless gibberish. The quality of the information can be in its truth value or its ability to create a novel and meaningful variation. The second law of thermodynamics says that most of the time the value will go down, unless there is a control mechanism in place like fitness in the fitness landscape. The universe is the transmission of a message. The message is some form of a story, the hero's journey. The purpose is some form of a harvest. This harvest is in the form of information. The information has value and meaning. The value and meaning are context dependent. The dynamics involved drive the process, it is the difference between truth and randomness. These two extremes are ideals, not reality as we think of it. Static truth has no meaning unless we can perceive it. This requires a dynamic. At the other extreme, randomness, all meaning is lost. Is gravity behaving like a strange attractor in state space? Are emergent relationships and the differentiation of meaning, nested hierarchies? Truth is a precise relationship in a dynamic system. The lawful regularities of our physical reality are emergent. There are no perfect symmetries, there is no pure randomness. Therefore, Robert B. Laughlin's definition of emergence, a collective principle of organization that gives rise to a law, a relationship of measured things that is always true but the law vanishes away into nothingness when you examine little parts to see where it came from, requires a slight alteration, because the relationship of measured things is always true to some degree of resolution beyond which, the truthfulness begins to fluctuate and then vanish. When we measure the coastline of England, the answer will depend on the length of the ruler we use. As we move towards smaller and smaller rulers or finer and finer scales, we are moving through the fractal iterations. At some point, the length of the coastline will begin to fluctuate. This is an emergent property and it is caused by the wind and the waves, time, and tide. If we imagine that the coastline of England is the hidden structure of reality, and the length of the coastline is a physical law, such as the fine structure constant, when we take a measurement at very large scales, increments of 20 miles, the answer will not fluctuate, but as we move to finer and finer scales something magical happens, the answer begins to fluctuate. This is the uncertainty that physicists are up against. The fluctuation, or lack thereof, is an emergent property. Also, as we move to finer and finer scales, the concentration of energy increases. The fractal nesting of ever-increasing cycles of time are related to scale. Stasis rightward arrow process rightward arrow chaos. Sameness rightward arrow perception rightward arrow otherness. Symmetry rightward arrow motion rightward arrow difference. Truth rightward arrow communication rightward arrow randomness. The idea here is that symmetry contains no movement, no process, it is completely still. A point with no dimensions, no scale, but in terms of information it is pregnant with possibilities. A model of the probability space where the tree of the knowledge, our material reality, is growing would look something like an onion, except that each layer gets progressively thinner, so that, like a fractal, it never completely fills space. The space is not infinite. The boundary conditions display edge of criticality in each layer. The physical manifestation, the structure of our reality, could be thought of as a tree-like structure, growing in this probability space. At the ends, the filaments are very fine, in fact infinitely fine. All of the information is stored as relationships, and as the finest projections are created or computed you have the greatest number of possible outcomes, so that the earliest versions of this structure had few possible outcomes, less degrees of freedom. This structure could be called truth at its core, in the beginning, and chaos in the fine hair-like projections, the end. The ever-present now, is our position in the computational geometry. The branching of each iteration could be thought of as Buridan's S, deception, metastability, dithering or self-referential randomness. Fredkin's paradox describes the degrees of freedom. The information is not the structure, it is the relationships. The information contains no mass. If we had unlimited knowledge, how would we store it? As we add information to a system, the relationships in the system change, so that the system itself is the storage medium. The differentiation of meaning moves from logical to illogical, from precise relationships to imprecise relationships. This is a dynamic expression, driven by the difference between truth and randomness. In our quest for knowledge, it seems strange, just how dynamic this exploration is becoming. We should ask ourselves, first of all, what is knowable, and secondly, of the things we are able to understand, just how well can we know them? We have entered the information age. Knowledge is doubling in faster and faster cycle times, but as you may have noticed on the internet, not having all the facts does not seem to stop people from having opinions. These opinions create a field, like the wisdom of the crowd. The truthfulness fluctuates, but when we average it out, many times, it is very close to the correct interpretation. Are we influencing the outcome? This would suggest that something like the intentional field of implicate order is in play here. Truth is about meaning and application. It is also about getting your head, heart, and feet all moving in the same direction. What we value matters, and the more we understand, the more alive we are. Don't waste your time defending the truth. Truth doesn't need your help, and besides, being right all the time is a disease. People believe what they want to believe. People hear what they want to hear. There is no surer way to hinder discovery than to believe that you already have the answer. The idea that knowledge is power must include the energy contained in truth over application. Does it apply, and novelty over value, is it useful? The universe is made of information. There is an organizational principle or process at work in the cosmos. Information has energy, and in terms of its potential, meaning, value and novelty play a role. Matter is the medium of expression, and the energy is stated as mass times the speed of light squared. For information, the value or the energy is measured as a truth value over all possible applications of expression. The higher the truth value, the more it applies. An idea whose time has come has energy. All behaviors are constrained by the relationships in their reference frame. If all of the information stored in the universe is stored as relationships, then meaning becomes an essential component, and truth is relational. If it doesn't apply, it isn't true. When the philosopher makes a statement that can be both true and false, he should realize that the statement has no application. He is not being clever, nor is he being wise. A pointless pursuit is always pointless. Thus we should simplify for clarity and application. Simpler is almost always closer to truth. Additional note, we are talking about a hologram with a fractal probability distribution, so even logic, fuzzy, has a fractal quality to it. Explanations can be in the form of nested hierarchies. In the end, all we have are the relationship of measured things and incomplete descriptions. The particle/wave duality has something to do with the nature of time. Time is intimately linked to information, you cannot separate them. Information moving in time always contains meaning. This meaning has a truth value. There is a dynamic nature to these truth values with application and material expressions. Experience relies on these expressions. It is the perception or division of the expression that creates the experience. How much we are able to understand varies from experience to experience. In the quantum world, these expressions have a probability. A fractal probability distribution. Truth is not inside of time, time is inside of truth. Truth is not inside of process, process is inside of truth. In terms of information, truth appears to be the most fundamental thing. Truth has the most symmetry, it looks the same from every angle, at every scale, and no one can prove the statement is incorrect. Certainty lives inside of simplicity, simplicity lives inside of truth. Every sufficiently complex event is statistically impossible. Any repeatable behavior that we can measure with great precision would, by necessity, be closer to simple, and that makes it closer to truth. Truth as a logic structure is closer to simple, and the further away from simple you get, the deeper and more nuanced an explanation will become, until you reach a point where the energy is so high that no explanation is possible. The world is a labyrinth of ideologies that are, for the most part, educated guesses. Truth always appears to be just out of reach, but close enough to get a sense of it. Mingled into every perceived experience is the dithering of random noise the brain uses for processing, and so every truth has a bit of randomness. Meaning is built from this process. You are almost never in a position to defend truth, any truth. You are moving through a network of associations, where meaning and understanding fluctuate. Profound beauty is very much like profound truth, in that there is a harmony or balance between the many elements or dimensions involved. Our connection to both beauty and truth are possibly the gossamer strands of subjectivity that are both undefinable and fragile. A careful analysis of either beauty or truth will only diminish their quality. This would suggest that mystery is one of the dimensions. When we talk about higher states of consciousness, what we are talking about is information density. The quantum world, and by extension the dream state, are the realm of unmanifested possibilities. In the outer fractal iterations you have the most dynamic variation and the most quantum information. Truth is branching out into the nothingness as possibilities. For the fractal levels of consciousness, the information density would look like the number of fingers involved in typing on your computer keyboard. The finger is the outer fractal level of the arm. To hunt and peck with one finger is low density. All 10 fingers moving at maximum speed is high density. In the case of altered states of consciousness, the arm becomes an imaginary tree with hundreds of fingers furiously tapping away at the keyboard. It is in the web of explanations that the deeper meaning is revealed, an echoing of possibilities that extends beyond the possible into the impossible. The impossible lives in the imagination. In whose imagination do we dwell? We are made in the image of God. We live in the shadows of perception. Everything that we experience, everything that is going on, is governed by a legal system from beyond our time domain. It is not truth that requires good timing, it is disclosure. When you make a decision, ask yourself, is it true, is it kind, is it helpful? Are you trying to defend some truth or push some agenda? There is evil in the world, there are people that make the world as ugly as they can, for an agenda. Love requires more effort than hatred. It is easy to hate but difficult to love. The purpose of the universe may be to harvest the meaningful information that lies in the region between simple truth and chaotic, meaningless gibberish. I think this information has more to do with action than thought. The eternal now is a steel ball balanced on a knife's edge. This potential of the boundary condition is stored on the fractal surface of the steel ball. You see, this surface is dancing and the fiddler is self-referential noise. The direction of time's arrow is pushed, or we could say that the probabilities favor the slightest of nudges in the forward direction. So where is the positron, you might ask? It is hidden in the fractal folds of this dancing surface. Truth as a time coordinate, truth lives in the past, the future is uncertain. Truth as a scale coordinate, truth lives in the macro world, the micro world is uncertain. Truth lives in the macro past and uncertainty lives in the micro future. All material expressions are constructed from a network of associations and are only reducible to some degree of resolution. If we are talking about information, then it is only reducible to some approximate explanation. The idea of a quantum random walk in state space says that every sufficiently complex event is statistically impossible, and even though the probability space is very large, it is navigated and expressed, as I understand it, in a tree-like structure or a fractal structure. This is a computational expression of the material world that looks very much like a display on a monitor. The decision engine is generating value. There is a bifurcation of the fitness into different dimensions, and like the human brain, which is said to have at least 11 dimensions, the dimensions are not constrained by a physical geometry, they are computational. Another way we can look at this would be to say that every behavior we can measure is constrained by a network of associations, just like the nodes on the internet, and the conservation laws become approximately true because of levels of description. With a digital display having few pixels, symmetries are common, but there is very little meaning because the image is very coarse-grained. As we reiterate and begin breaking the symmetry of the individual pixels, an image will begin to appear. Time is related to the process of reiteration, and truth is related to the symmetry, with meaning being related to the image created. We do not know where the symmetry or the reiterations come from, but the image is emergent. If the universe is built up from logic and law, then time is symmetric, but if the universe is built up from consciousness, then the computational geometry will have a fractal quality. In summary, meaning is a nested hierarchy of metaphor. Truth is the core of reality, and chaos is the outer darkness. We are in the gray region between truth and uncertainty. Our only connection to truth is in the echoes of creation. There is what I will call the religion of the 10,000 lies. It does not matter which of these lies you believe, it is all the same religion. Then there is truth, which I will call a secure foundation. What do you trust in? The material world has less substance than most people realize. We are made of stuff, but the stuff is something that cannot be regarded as real.